A little inconsistent for them, some clean wins, but also a difficult loss against Complexity. So, you know, there's tape there. There's evidence there that they're maybe not super familiar with their game on it, but it is coming up for a month ago now. You know what I mean? So Sharks have got to be careful with walking into this trap. We are straight into the action though now, not wasting any time at all. Very, very quickly into this A-bomb site. flameZ going a little crazy through the smoke. Oh, they've got to be careful here. There's utility everywhere at this point in time. It's really, really difficult, I think, for Vitality to get in and take this fight. Spinx with a big one to drop into the 2 versus 2 here. Down to just ZywOo, and he's not looking
tough,
too
man.
healthy.
1v2. 37 points of HP, tapping away. A hope and a dream to try and clutch this one out. He's being flanked upon. He's trying to say fights, but too many tasks, too many places to look. And it's going to be Vitality. Quite scrappily, though, finding that first round on the board. But an anecdote that I live by in my pugs, a round is a round. We take them all the same. So first round on the board, a 1-0 start for Vitality is what matters. But Sharks do get up on plan and a few kills, which at the very least is going to facilitate an investment coming through. They're going to have a buyout. We're expecting the likes of Galil's Mac 10s, good amount of util as well to try and once again have another go at it. But a very scrappy round, all things considered. Vitality flying through smokes, a little bit of a kind of a quicker pace retake as well from them. Yeah, they'll take it. They'll take it in the end. Apex seeing it off. And as expected, that force buy going to come through from Sharks with those Galils, Mac 10, and Suplex, of course, on towards a D-Gun. This time looking towards B.
Fast again from the Sharks, not wasting any time at all. mezZ got to be careful not to get caught off here. He actually loses his teammate. That leaves him exposed. A man advantage comes round for the T side. A clean bomb plant. They'll be pretty happy with how this has gone down. Nice late smoke at back gen. So we might have spotted a shadow there. Not quite sure. Either way, they're trying to find a gap. flameZ comes off the angle ever so slightly. He'd been told about an M4 and it distracts him away from the kill that could have got them into the round. However, with the M4 found, it is a save.
That'll be that. Good round. Good response to the Sharks. Only the one casualty too. Not going to complain at all. Apex is going to go for that save with his M4, and he might get tested on the tail end of it as well. Good thing, though, it's not a bad angle to get a couple of extras from. You can kind of tuck your head after the initial fights, but they don't even give it to him. So Sharks should answer back. Not bad. Doc with a double to his name, giving them a decent amount of work in. I think for the likes of the Shark side as well, that's actually a really well done B take. A little bit of pace, good trading as well. mezZ only allowed to get one. Spinx getting caught in rotation as he goes towards back gen. Not a bad little spot to find yourself in. Vitality, as expected, they'll answer back with a force buy of their own. Double MP9, FAMAS and that double M4, that was saved from the previous round. I'm going to try and make it work. Bit of damage being dealt to Apex and by Apex, but it's flameZ to find the first. Doc going to get caught. That's an important opener. Now they've got the numbers.
Yeah, Vitality obviously showing what they are capable of in the early stage, just trying to send it back in towards Sharks, who were only a couple rounds in, but they have been very much favoring the aggression. The approach from them towards this B-bomb site in particular. Users slightly guessing what the game plan is going to be from the Sharks. I think they're just looking for a head at this point. ZywOo going to lead that charge, but it's less of a charge than usual. mezZ finds himself out here once again, not alone. But it's only 2 MP9s left to defend the B-bomb site. They have to play around the strengths of the weapon. Quick headshot coming round, but space potentially created. Trying to just keep presence, make sure that they don't end up behind these smokes. So a man advantage before the bomb goes down is a pretty good result.
3v4. Molotov down, and again, there will be, as time starts to tick, a bit of a temptation to save, but an opening kill might spur them on here. They can bring it back to a 3 versus 3 as a chance. Great flash. All 4 blinded in some way. Tapping away backside as well. We're going to fall. Are close. AK for 2. Make that 3. Looking for the 4, but trade it out. Now into the 1 versus 1. It's flameZ looking to clutch it out, but looking for an upgrade, which he can't find. And I think as the time ticks too far, that will be the round. He'll save his M4, but it's Sharks who make it 2 in a row.
Most unfortunate.
Terrorists win.
Very unlucky indeed in the end for Vitality, but yeah, Sharks, good, holding their own a little bit, you know, in these post-plant situations. In the mid-round, they lost the early kill. You know, it's not absolutely mind-blowing just yet, but looking good. You know, we're quietly expecting them to struggle here, and it doesn't look to be the case. As I spoke about, man, these Brazilian teams, you can never write them off, never underestimate them, because they always feel like they're capable. And there's just so much belief behind them. Huge 3K there from ERN Azao, who I feel is certainly one of the more experienced members of this team, but definitely one to watch. You know, he's dotted around a few different teams within that Brazilian scene. And he's decent. He is decent.
Of course, just actually as we're speaking as well, Fnatic have beaten Virtus Pro on the A stream. What a result, man. That is crazy. Goodness. Virtus Pro Super Team who? Where? Not yet, anyway.
I'm refunded, mate.
No
Get your money back.
The heroic classic. But yeah, that's a big result. Credit to Fnatic. I think even us, we didn't. I mean, I don't think many people would have predicted that one. So maybe today's a day of upsets. Let's see whether it's the case. Let's see if Sharks got anything in their pocket. The Molotov, that's great. That's going to force them off that boost. And they'll hear the ticking of 2, right? So they'll know there's a good amount of presence around this corner.
Nice quick trade. M4 making itself known. We're going to have a bit of a swap up here. Of course, nobody else has got armor, but still well placed. That automatic weaponry can be deadly. Lovely little lurk move out from the Sharks, though. They understand in a round that is likely to be an eco, there might be something fishy going on. So they will slowly start to back away with this information gained.
Well, making their way over 4v4. And of course, with that B side basically secure, they got plenty to work with. Not so much time, but information. Smoker coming down towards Gen. The bomb will go down to Vitality. Have to make a decision. I don't think the rifle's going to have a look in, but at the very least, the pistols can maybe stick around for a bit of an exit. At least a bit of a hunt. Messi with B250, Spinx with USPS. See if you can get yourself an upgrade. Have a little trade. I might get a chance here. ZywOo's making his way down, and DRG's got the right idea, sticking around for the fight, but so does ZywOo, but DRG going to rip his head off. It's a great start for him. First kill on the board being catching ZywOo, trying to save that rifle is not a bad way to go about it. Mezzi, late into the round, looking for something, looking for a fight. He's given it, but it cost him his life and his head. Oh, Spinx fighting his way out too. Pistol pulled out. He'll go down to the bomb. So gets a kill, a consolation. Nothing more than that. Sharks 3-1. There's a story brewing here, Screw. Something that I don't think many would have expected. Definitely not myself. It's a...
We'll see. We'll see. Listen, man. Your Vitality as well. You know, you're coming into Pro League. You got Sharks as your first matchup. Now, that is a game that you're just going to rely on what you know, the experience, and the fact that, you know, Spinx as a player is probably more valuable and more experienced in the big games than the entire Sharks roster. No offense to them. So it's one of those things. I think Sharks will have put so much work into this first map, into this first game. So, you know, it comes down a little bit to the Apex reads. That's a lovely little play. Spinx getting caught off. Took a risky move not to look away from the flash. I mean, maybe he didn't quite see it as well, to be fair. It is a bit sneaky, but there you are. Sharks for the first here in round number 5.
Already, that opening kill. Onus on Apex. Try and call them kind of back into this. He's been tagged up, though. So it won't be individually. Well, you'd expect at the very least. Lurk smoke and a flash behind it. Boost going to come through again. Got mollied off last time. You'd kind of assume it might be the same here. Did give Sharks a very important kill in through short. But it's double stacking, making their way towards, have at least a little look over towards B as well. Maybe something brewing, but that bomb was the hit B again. They've had so much success here, so why not?
As he out of the back gen, pretty popular spot for him. Smoke goes down, allows him to isolate some fights here. He knows there's likely to be a man around the corner, finds the perfect timing for that. Oh my goodness, they've got to know that he's inside the smoke. It's all a battle of survival. Apex makes life a bit harder here for Vitality. mezZ can't be the hero. It's just down to flameZ. Oh my goodness, and the B bomb site is a real problem right now for Vitality.
Very, very weak it's looking, isn't it? Time and time again being cracked open. And in that instant too, Vitality, when they lose that initial fight, when Spinx falls, you can sort of see mezZ, he's dipping and diving between that mid and B position, and because of it, he leaves a real kind of rough gap, essentially, which opens up for them. flameZ, should I say, has gone on the exit here, but not easy. Tucking his head, he should be fine, I think, just about, yeah. So an AK kept alive is something. 4-1, though. I wouldn't mind seeing a pause out of Vitality sometime soon, because at the moment, it isn't looking all too good. But, you know, as things go for Sharks, your own map pick and the start of the series against one of the best teams in the world, or the expectation of them, right? Not bad at all. 4-1. There's obviously a lot to love in the way they're playing this as well. They're just so confident. And I guess, you know, to a degree, it's exactly what I asked for. I said, give us some of that South American flair, right? Give us a little bit of the, you know, the audacious plays that we love to see out of the region. And this is what I feel like we're getting at the moment. flameZ gets boosted up. He'll drop down. He's the only rifle on this side of the map. ZywOo, of course, is in support as well, but he's in no man's land. Oh, the double entry coming through. Make that 3. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Sit down, Vitality. Sharks are rocking and rolling right now. PT50 coming in to try and do something, but it's just damage, and ZywOo is left now at a 1v5 just to keep hold of his rifle. That is miraculous.
Very close to the wire for Sharks, for sure, but still, looks really good on the entries. You know, they've taken a lot of damage there. If there was maybe this M4 in the mix, I think it would have been kills, but not necessarily the round, because they were just real crisp for those first 2 especially. Really well done. Yeah, and I think Sharks continuing to impress. It's a bit of a different round, but again, favoring the B bomb site. So if I'm Vitality here, if I'm Apex, I'm taking a timeout and I'm like, right, let's maybe touch upon the B bomb site, not read into it too hard, because that could be part of the Sharks game. You know, this is where the mind games come in. Oh, they're going to look to bolster up B. Now we'll pull out our A strats, right? But it's still something that it's just looking all too easy. You're not asking too much of yourselves here on the T side.
Right. A momentary breather. Vitality of being given anything but in the server. Honestly, a really good display. Attack ball is going to come through. And you can see, I mean, without too much surprise, X-Star is looking a bit pissed off right now. This is a side that are not competing the way they should be. Not a lot of confidence flowing through the veins of this Vitality team. Looking a little quiet, literally speaking, and in the server, but still early doors. This is your opponent's map pick. And so far, it's not alarm bells ringing off just yet, but we are rapidly approaching that sort of a scenario. Has to be said as well, Denizar, what a start for him, right? This guy's looking incredible. Individually, stepping up in a real big way. Time and time again, cracking open sights individually, more or less. The Sharks find themselves at a 5-1 scoreline.
Slow build up into this round. Vitality looking to play things a little further forward. mezZ with a lot of early utility here out on the B bomb site. And just more presence from him rather than playing retake setup, as it were. He's got a lot of backup here in the form of Spinx as well. They will again be looking towards this B bomb site. mezZ playing forwards, but he's so very blind. Oh my goodness, as is Spinx. Difficult dock for the double. My goodness, this is really, really heavy stuff out from Sharks. Very impressive. Bursting forwards, behind the nades, really good flashes. You know, they're just not putting a foot wrong right now.
Even worse as well, where just not given the luxury of a save. Apex will get one. There's a known quantity as well. Where do you try and go to keep yourself alive? Because they know there's a bit of ramp aggression coming through as well. And a double back towards mid. Hoping there's a bit of a gap in the attack here, but actually there's not. Doc, this is Pretty good angle. Apex going to catch him on the drive-by. So the very least going to get one. Molotov will come down towards mid-2 to deny any sort of hunt in this direction. Then AK scooped up isn't bad. They're going to come out the corner. A second as well. Hoping to stay alive, and he just about will. As he gets a tail end kill there. On towards Togs, but man, this is so good. And hey, Strip, let's be honest, man. This is the scoreline we expected. Just not in this way.
Yeah, sure. I can get on board with that. Yeah, it definitely felt like Vitality were going to be the ones doing this, but look, it's a well-planned T-side. It's very aggressive. It's very individually based. There is really not too much to think about, let's say. Vitality not having to get the reads or anything like that. It is just the case of Sharks getting all 5 members, maybe 4, with a bit of a lurk and just sending it, you know? So I think they do have to adjust to that on the Vitality side of things. This is what happens, you know? You play off against a tier 2, maybe even tier 3 Brazilian team. You're just not going to be ready for it. You know, you're expecting a little bit more back and forth mind games and in and out, but you know, Sharks just showing sometimes the simple stuff can be super effective. This is where it gets a bit more interesting for me. They're playing it a bit slower, a bit more spread out. However, Suplex is going to open, so maybe this will work.
Chance. But again, another opener, right? It's just getting a little bit ridiculous now. Vitality. There's a real gap opening up for them. That's a good response, though. Mezzy and Spinx will combine. That'll bring the numbers back level with 40 seconds to work with. It looks like now they want to hit A.
Speeding up. But not looking as confident with the A hit. Hey, in comes the utility. It's not effective enough. ZywOo on top of the smoke. Looking good. Down to just Doc all of a sudden. And he can't get anything done. Yeah, that, again, speaks to the Sharks' game plan, the Sharks' prep. B bomb site looks really good. They feel like they've dried that out now. They try A when they've got a lot of rounds in there. And you just saw there was just a moment where they were like, oh, yeah, we got to do these nades. You know, it just not
yeah, you can definitely
fluid,
tell.
really.
Bit of hesitancy creeping in. Credit to ZywOo. Kills from backside as well. Boosted up. Didn't even move, right? Bit of a turret here, but it works. If you're going to give him the opportunities, he's going to take them every day of the week. First time we've really seen ZywOo step up as well so far this map, this series. At the start of something new for him. We'll have to wait and see. But plenty of money for Sharks to work with to buy it back in. They've guaranteed at the bare minimum a tied game at the turn of the half. And where they started, of course, we'd expect much more. We'll see, though. Is this going to be the awakening of Vitality? Oh, Apex, that's not a bad start. Doc trying to creep around the backside. He's going to get caught as well. Good work from Vitality.
Here, Renazal getting boosted up. Nade goes in, but Mezzy's already moved. Oh, Spinx will fall. They're going to know about Mezzy, but where is he at? What is his game plan? Spotting in, getting info. Molotov off from Dupree, able to make it away, but it's ZywOo who's come round while all this is going down to get the catch. Pick up, though, to bring it back into a bit more of a doable situation. Still looking pretty good. I think Apex has been picking members off on the other side of the map while all this is going down. All the same, Sharks still capable here.
All goes eerily quiet for a second. Togs boosted up, and now he'll start to make a little move as well. And he is going to have a lot of freedom here, a lot of space to work with. Flash will come over, that'll give him a cross. It's a shot from ZywOo. Basically gives him the side, but this comes down to Apex, who had knife out. Who gets caught. Back into a 2 versus 2. ZywOo up close as well, but a gen smoke as well is going to make their life pretty tough. 1 for 1, but he can't double it down. Big trade from DRG. And flameZ all fall. 7-2. And a 5-round buffer built up. Again, this is already becoming kind of insane.
Too much thinking from Apex, man. You know, he was like, oh, do I walk, do I run? He's got his knife out. It's like gun up and run or knife and walk, I think, to be honest. He was caught in between two minds. And the thing is, again, like, to me, it doesn't make much sense either. Yeah. What is DRG doing here, to be fair? You know what I mean? It's 3v2. He should be stacked up with his teammate ready for a trade, but he's just getting a Molotov out, maybe because that's part of the game plan, maybe because that's just he wanted to expend it, or he's got a little bit of an idea and the freedom to do what he wants. But realistically, when you're 3v2 like that and the bomb's just gone down, you should be covering your homeboy from getting rushed. So Apex instinctively is thinking, okay, they're going to be together, so I've got a bit of room here to at least, you know, close the gap or be annoying, make some noise. And DRG's like right there. And it's like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. You know, the 1 in 100 chance that this guy is like, you know, behind and not with his teammate is exactly what happened. So difficult for Vitality here. They do not have the rounds to play with. Those types of timings, those types of mistakes are going to be compounding and doing more and more damage to their scoreline.
Absolutely spot on. It's a bit of a weird start to the round as Sharks are still primarily towards their spawn. Once again, looking to go back towards B. This has been a real focal point of Sharks, but maybe a little too focused because Apex is spotting nothing here, and the rotation starting to come through as well. ZywOo making a move over to support. That's Spinx and flameZ. Back white and back side, hoping to do something, and B9 damage and a kill coming through for Spinx as flameZ wants one of his own. Running low on ammo though, as Spinx gonna try and I see another, and he will. Looks for more, he'll find it. And Togs is all that's left, he's seen off. That is much better. That's the Vitality that we know, that we expect in this sort of a game. And they finally pick their moment, and to great success. That's flawless, that's what we want.
Aggressive setup, confident setup. Yeah, much, much better. And again, it's like, it's one of those things. It's not a round that you're expecting to win. You're a little bit more desperate in your play because of the buy, the half buy down the middle. So I think they have to get into the mix, but they have a bit more freedom to do so. You know what I mean? Less pressure if they mess up there. Less consequence. So employ some of that into the rifle rounds, and maybe they can close the gap here before the end of the half.
So far, so slow. Pop flash can come through. Try and give him a bit of room, but ZywOo more than happy to post up. And of course, Spinx sticking around. He does eat a grenade there, down to 46. Sharks in this slightly lesser buy with, you know, Mac 10, Galil's creeping through as well on the investment. This is a little bit of a kind of a make or break situation. Lose this, and it actually could allow Vitality up to that 5th as well, with no real money in the pocket. Dr. the right idea, wrong execution though, and he will fall, but at least the trade comes in.
Apex left to back away. flameZ, meanwhile, has pushed in towards B. A lot of information because there's nobody home. 40 seconds, Sharks on a timer if this flank is fully realized. At the moment, I think they're just holding for the information and playing around that. It's the mid presence that is interesting to me. So we'll see what they're able to do with that on the Sharks side of things. He is very late moving in. The whole team is very late moving in. 20 seconds to get down here to... big smoke coming round from Vitality. They don't really have too much to deal with the site itself. Spinx turns away, not quite ready. Oh no! And Apex was expecting his man to cover him. ZywOo walking in, finished. And now it is just flameZ alone on this flank, surely going to be dealt with. And indeed, he is traded out. 8 rounds come in for Sharks. Oh
yeah, this is really not looking good. Now I'm getting considerably concerned. It's safe to say that was a prime opportunity. Find that, and you basically get a bit of a 2-for-1 special with Vitality. You break the economy of Sharks, as long as you can deny them getting a bomb plant. But with the sort of buy they had, you kind of assume that to be the case already. Mac 10, few Galils. I thought it was more or less on the lock and key, but anything but. Man alive. I mean, Vitality will have a buyout in towards the final round of the half, but it's not been a pretty occasion. Not at all. Apex gonna play up close once again. It's worked for him a couple of times, but this time Doc holding as Tog's gonna find the first. Spinx overextends, and another opening kill going the way of Sharks. Apex continuing the push, but Doc holding. He's caught with his pants around his ankles.
Irena's out, looking for more of an entry towards this B side of things. But again, not fully moving in. Man, if they can find 9 rounds before the turn of the half, goodness me, it would be quite something. Apex is desperate to find the 4th. Shadows spotted. Bit of pre-fire. They are quite hard to read, to be fair, on that angle, I think, as well, with the Molotov in. Makes it a bit weird. Gonna get a smoke down. Able to get out of dodge, but not unscathed. Still keeping them back, slowing them down for now.
That's the aim of the game. For Sharks to pump the brakes. When Sharks get going, they start snowballing in rounds specifically. They can be deadly. Oh, this is dicey though. Really dicey. But a double trade coming back. DRG going to find 2. Suplex going to get one of his own as well. And in a matter of moments, Apex left all alone. Vitality are crumbling at the seams here.
I know, it's mental. It is mental. This is kind of wild to see. Apex jumps in. Only good for 1, though. Not going to be enough. 9-3 at the turn of the half. Man, yeah, I'm just absolutely baffled. We'll see if Sharks can clean things up moving into that second. Catch you in a few.
I was just talking to flameZ. You said you guys haven't seen each other in a while.
Since when? 1 month? Major? Yeah, it's been a while. We didn't see each other. So yeah, it's been good to see everyone, to enjoy again together like a family. So yeah, it's good.
So did you have a bit of a break, or was it straight back into practice, or should I ask Dan because he's listening intently?
No, we need break. We need break. We took like 1 week off, and after that we back for work and everything like this. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So how you feel like Pro League in terms of the event? Like, I'll give you this number. This is for all you boys. 222 days until the next major starts. Yeah, 222 days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I mean, a long time.
So you get an event like Pro League now. There's a couple more events before we get to the tournament break in the middle of the year. Then we got Cologne. We got all the events on the other side. Then the major. So it's a long time away. So an event like Pro League now, you come into this as like, whatever. How does the team feel? If we win this one, what's the thoughts?
Anyway, at every tournament we're here to kind of win. Tournament, we're not here to chill and watch other people win. So obviously we're here to win any tournament. Look at this guy. And yeah, doesn't matter it's APL or obviously it's kind of hard to find like a good, I don't know how to say it, but good like feeling to play again after the major.
Motivation and stuff.
Motivation and stuff. So, but anyway, we're here to win. Yeah.
For this season of Pro League, we have the players facing each other with a bit of glass in between.
I saw that when I crossed, and I remember we talked about that in the counterpoints together over there. So that's a good thing. Even make it like entertaining a bit more, while it's not the most important tournament, most likely right after the major. Not gonna lie, it's not the easiest going from the major to here, but with a bit of fun entertainment, I think it's gonna be good.
Okay.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah. Happy with that? You got any new trash talk sorted, or you're just gonna see what comes out of your mouth?
Okay, you need to know something for myself. I prepare nothing. It's just coming out from my mouth, and I'm not sure I'm even thinking. Yeah. It's just going straight out, and so yeah, no, nothing prepared.
All right, cool. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back into the second half here, of course. Some smiles in the Vitality camp. fair to see, at least for ZywOo. Apex looks like he's
Stress.
just, you know, zoned out, mate, a little bit. What's he doing with his mouse? You know, making sure his mouse pad's working or whatever. But we should be getting back into the action momentarily. Still, Sharks, surprising us all, to be honest with you. The Vitality Vertigo looked like it would be serviceable enough. However, Sharks, they must know something the rest of us don't, because they have just put up 9 rounds.
It goes without saying, I've been absolutely prepping for this map specifically. Whether it has that kind of effect on the series, who knows? But 9-3 at the turn of the half. Never did any of us expect that. Now they move on to arguably the more favorable CT side. What is happening is the big one running through my mind. Let's have a look and see. Mid-pop about to come through. Flame's setting up a bit of util as well. For now, might be all part of a bit of a ruse. They're playing as a pack here, Vitality. Through mid, and Flames can join them. In they come as well. DRG first contact. Little bit of a tag. Nothing more than that. Pop flash around that corner as well. CT open. And they're basically giving this for free. This is good control that Vitality have.
Flames holding behind. Oh, rough fight, man. Yeah, it does go down, but at the very least, yeah, they are going to know that B itself is clear, so a bomb plant is not the hardest thing in the world. Indeed, it goes down. Julie's in from behind, though, looking to pick up the pieces. They know that Togs is down here as well, scaring him away. So really well done by Vitality to get the shoulders out, you know, just brute force their way in, find themselves one, looking for a bit more. Spinx traded quickly. Leads it into an even situation again. Big one from Apex. However, ZywOo pretty much sealing the deal. Togs is in from behind as well to find that first, but surely not going to be able to get any more. Mezzy is the unaccounted player, and he will end that round. So a big deal for Vitality if they are to get back into this was the pistol.
Yeah, I mean,
take it
super
cleanly.
needed, right? This is a side who you can actually probably start to make conversations already. Lose that pistol when the mentality just gets broken immediately. So good thing for them. Take that. Give themselves just something to work with. And also don't give Sharks anything. That's the other thing, right? You know, bomb plant, all the kills. That's going to be a confidence booster. You need to see them, though, really turn the narrative off the back of a poor first half. Only picking up 3 rounds on the CT side. Simply not good enough. There's no 2 ways about it. 4 Sharks. 5 stacking. Here over towards ramp. Not really doing all too much. They're making a little move. Waiting. I want to assume there's a tech issue. I'm gonna assume maybe there is, but okay, that makes way more sense. I was so confused. I was like, what are both these teams cooking? Right, that makes way more sense. Right, tech issue. That's fine. We can get that fixed. We can go again. It looks like it's Flames, so hope we get that fixed in just a second. But yeah, maybe like a crash or something of the sort. Thankfully, I guess not mid-round or anything of the sort. But yeah, this is a round which, you know, fundamentally is a little bit of a throwaway anyway. The expectation is that Vitality should have it, no problem. So while we do have this tech pause, Scriff, I'm going to propose you a question. And I guess this is sort of for everyone to a degree as well. If you're Xtaz, you're at the halftime break, and you've got, what, 3.5 minutes, what are you saying to the lads to get them back in the action?
Okay, so in a professional environment, because obviously, you know, I don't take things super seriously, you know that. So I'd probably make some kind of a funny joke. But if I were Xtaz, I'd probably have to say to them to just focus in on their game. Don't think too hard. Don't think about the opponent and sort of how they're approaching it. I think, yeah, focus on your own game. That's a little bit cliche. Maybe into the series and the matchup itself that we've seen so far. It's just have your guns up a little bit more often. Expect more fights. Expect a few, you know, dry moves, unexpected moves, right? Just don't approach it like we do a lot of the other games. Play with confidence. Play around your individual ability, you know? And I think one of the things as well, you got to zone in on Apex a little bit and say, just keep the calls quite simple, because, you know, it feels like the mid-rounding especially was overthunk in that first half.
Nice. I like it. And by the time you finish your pep talk, we're back to, you know, ready to go. And they're going back for the classic that they had prior to the crash of stacking ramp here. 3 on the T side here to meet them. I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. 1 pot flash, 1 nade, and you get kind of the bulk of the information already.
ZywOo on the entry here, kills one, spots another. I think they know what is coming. Yeah, and they're very set up, firing range at the bottom end of ramp. 1 kill is all good for Sharks, though. You know, any damage going to be good damage, and that 1 kill bonus, etc. It is now all about what they're able to put up into the first rifle.
Oh, they'll take it. They'll take it. It's one of those things where expectations were pretty tempered. A kill for Suplex. Yeah, is what it is. I'm taking us, though. You know, we're not going to be taking all too much away from it. Back in the action. Back into the buy as well for Sharks. What have you got for us? FAMAS out for 1, but bar that, rifles across the board. A much quicker round there as well. Vitality trying to get towards the fight immediately. Trying to catch them off guard. flameZ boosted up, gets close, but no cigar. Apex setting up for an aid in towards back default. Again, not spotting anything. It still looks like they want to commit towards B, but the bomb isn't.
Charging forwards here, off the back of the flashes. Here, ZywOo hiding out. Mid is semi-successful. Oh, they're trading things back, though, on that Shark side. They're not out of the round just yet. Still, it's not a full sell on B. As he will go down, pretty big kill coming in. And then flameZ backs in with a free bomb plant. Yeah, it's a little interesting. The kind of trickled in B hit here from Vitality. Does find them success, but they're a man down.
I'll flash. ZywOo just gonna slow them down with that. As DRG and Doc do get caught. Got the numbers, just play the trades here, boys. Should be fine, or you should line up. Instead, flameZ lines them up and knocks them down. Sharks had the numbers, but no more. And flameZ are gonna bail them out of a bad situation when things are looking a little dicey. Oh, that was, yeah, looking worrying, like maybe Sharks are gonna get going once again. flameZ finds, picks his moments, and delivers. Really well done. Find a much needed round on the first full buy.
Okay, Vitality closing this gap exponentially then. Sharks onto the half buy. Very quickly scrambling, aren't they? Yet to put anything up on their CT side. Vitality, a bit more control of the game and the fights. Ooh, weird stack on top of each other, nearly costs them. Spinx will get the trade out still. 4v4, Spinx being low. It's not a bad start for Sharks.
Not at all. Doable. I mean, these 5-7s individually for me are the ones that I always look towards. They are, at times, a little scary in the right hands. Oh my god, that was a risky jump. Suplex, lucky man still be alive. Molotov does miss though. Doesn't go as deep as intended there by flameZ. But a 4v4. Vitality posturing back towards mid to reclaim some space, which they lost a little earlier. And this time they're going to be given it. And 2 through lowest stairs looks like a commit towards B.
Patience, though, for the rotations. Lovely find and a great entry into the bomb site itself. Spinx doing so much work for this one. I think these remaining 2 will hold their weaponry, especially the armor for Doc. Maybe Suplex sticks around for a little bit of something. There's, of course, that gun towards middle that might still be there. All the same, Vitality continue the roll, looking good in all the rounds right now, to be fair, Neo. And showing no signs of slowing down. So I think this could be a recovery for Vitality. It's just a question of if Sharks can get that one round, what kind of impact will it have?
It makes you think, right? You know, this next gun round, again, is for me, probably the one that's going to be the big kind of storyteller. Sharks find it, lock in double digits, game on. They don't, however. Vitality are able to find it, especially with kind of some of the ease in which they found some of... Sharks are able to respond in kind, right? Get back into the conversation, then there is something to work with. They lock in double digits. It just gives you real positive, real kind of confidence, right? You know, you go 3 rounds ahead of Vitality. Go 3 rounds away from taking your map pick and starting this series off positively. That's what you want to see. Let's see if they can. Quicker round once again. Great nade going to come through. Good damage towards flameZ. Flames all taking tags here. They are going to be given B stairs reluctantly, but Sharks have to just fall away.
Suplex, crack angle, flash comes around, but he's still brave to stay. Actually going to go digging in. Could catch Spinx here. Oh, he gets the tag. And that is lucky for Spinx, to be honest. That felt like a really smart move from Suplex.
For Sharks. Chip damage, yes. Information gain, yes. So enough to work with. 2 playing 3B. A swing from Dark. That is so ballsy. And it works. Goes in dry. Goes in before the flash, in fact. And you're going to find the kill. Flames just gets caught. Completely stunned by the audacity of the swing. Spinx trying to make a move here. Gets in towards CT. Drops another Molotov as well. The deny rotations coming through. So they're trying to split B, it seems. But kills are going the way of Sharks to keep the numbers in their favor. Backside. Behind double for the first. Looks for a double, but denied as ZywOo would trade, thrusting him into a 1 versus 3 in a big ask. First, offers up. Finds as well, but needs a reload. 1v2, 20 seconds. Bomb has to go down, but he has no security, no information. Where are the rest of Sharks? Flash on towards Gen. A tap on towards the bomb as well to bait in a fight, but he loses it. ZywOo falls, and Sharks are going to find 10.
Pretty clean idea from ZywOo, I must say. Unfortunately, does not come off. And there you are. This is what we were talking about. Sharks, it felt like with the lead that they had, the cushion from that first half would be enough to allow them to at least get that 1 round. And now it's a question, what will this achieve? You know, are they able to turn it into 2 or 3? Maybe even 4, right? The distance to get that victory here on the first map is really not that far. Vitality have to answer back immediately. Keep things interesting here.
I move through the smoke and find one. That's important.
Whoa, gotta be careful. Maybe spotted a little shadow as he
I guess
will
for
back
Sharks as
away
well,
in perfect
that kind of
time.
sigh of relief is huge. Togs, this is massive. Is he being held? He is! And Apex just aware of the possibility. That's a big kill to find. If Togs is given a bit of luxury there, they're in serious trouble.
Slowed down massively. Vitality, they understand the position that they've put themselves in and how important it is to convert this. We have had some shaky rounds out from this team. Molotov slowed down a little bit. Didn't do too much, doesn't reveal positions necessarily. Smoke over the top. Flashes to join it. Here ZywOo in an aggressive spot here at Dupree. Good for 1. Overlooked by the second.
So,
his teammate to trade things out. Meanwhile, towards middle, Spinx doing what he does. Suplex does not know where to look. 12 HP and finished by a nade. That will be the round. Vitality responding kind.
I think he just gets a little bit of an opening in that smoke, which he works well. And Apex finding that flank is so important. Thing is for Sharks, they're giving themselves opportunities, even when they're looking a little bit on edge. They find a chance, but it still is a 2-round game and a bit of a lesser buy, so to say, out for Sharks. Double M4. Couple of pistols as well. Apex to the first. For a second, this flameZ will clean it up. That's going to give them a lot of room towards the A site, but the Deagle, nice shot. Look for more. And the double's not bad. There's a chance.
Oh, goodness. Spinx nearly finishes the round, though. Trade comes back round, thank goodness. ZywOo had that armor. Bomb going down on the other side of the map. I think might just do it for Vitality, but we'll see. Or maybe we won't.
Yeah,
because I think he's going to say
round as well out of DRG, 18 and 13 for him
in the round over here. So Vitality going to move up to 9. Double digits still there for Sharks,
as
but
well.
it's a question
14.
of how deep this goes here.
You're not going to complain with it. So, 1 round game. Vitality from a 9-3 first half have made this, you know, a possibility on a map which looked already out of the realm as a possibility. This is a much, much more conclusive showing, and also probably shows as well a lot of the, you know, conversations that we as casters, but also the, you know, just the community I talk about. The seaside economy is pretty brutal at the moment, and this feels like a real prime example. It's, you know, Sharks buy in, lose the round, double eco a half bite, and back and forth. So it's tough, man. It's seriously tough. Let's see how things go. Back into the buy. Superlex back on. AWP as well, and ZywOo taking pop shots, hoping to find something on the wallbang. If anybody had pushed up towards top, that's where he looks for damage. Superlex trying to attack from this position. Oh, avoids the flash as well. I mean, a shot will be punished. Spinx gonna find a really important kill. nade gonna come through as well, doing a hell of a lot of damage. Already not a bad start for Vitality, giving themselves some room. DRG, though, gets his chance, finds it. Apex falls. It's back and forth, this chess game in the server. Looking okay, as Doc gonna answer back. This is carnage, but it's looking positive as Sharks now find themselves in a 2v4.
What is going on, man? Oh my goodness. These big rounds from Vitality have been very messy indeed, very costly indeed. Definitely not over 2 of the players you would want in this situation as well. Potentially the best 2. ZywOo, top of the head spotted. Can't get away from him, Doc. 3 more to go. But only 35 seconds to do it in. It is ZywOo that reveals himself. Oh my goodness, that is unfortunate. nade should be able to find this frag, but it's a full-on clutch going to be required by Spinx. Does he have time to rotate? No, he does not, but he's trying to add some mix-up into the situation, change positions ever so slightly. Working his way around. Smoke going to go down to buy some space for the plant. He should just about be able to get away with it. We'll see. Yep, up above him. Unfortunately, Togs was ready for that move. 11 in for the young Sharks. I think that's also worth reiterating. Technically speaking, the Academy team. Either way, a really, really, really nice find from them.
Man, this is, yeah, this is a real story opening up out of nowhere, which is looking kind of incredible. I mean, to come in towards this game and make this narrative of there is a chance never felt like a possibility. But they are fighting their way back into rounds when it looks out of the realms of possibility. 2 rounds ahead of Vitality, 2 rounds away from taking Vertigo. Who would have thought? Not us. So a pause called here. And a buy back in for Vitality, but look what they bring to the table. Triple Galil. Not those full belts of util. And this is kind of nuts. Timeout called here, though, by Sharks. They're going to get back underway here. But yeah, this has been brilliant. I've got to keep singing this guy's praises. DRG, another great round of him. 2 massively important kills to his name. Every single time Vitality test this guy over towards A, he's stepping up with a double kill at the very least. I mean, you've got to love it. You really do. What a way to start the series as well. Your first kind of time in Pro League as well. That'd be crazy, especially considering with how deep the Brazilian scene actually looks at the moment. Imperial, Pain, Legacy, etc, etc, etc. Sharks were never in that conversation, and now they're taking on, what, the 6th best team in the world? They're absolutely cementing themselves in that conversation. That this is a team that you can't mess around with.
Beautiful nade to start off proceedings. Molotov as well. Makes its way down, but Vitality wasting no time. They're going to go fast again. Bursty flashes here. Irene Zhao hidden away. I guess just buying time. Not really much that he can do there. In comes the rotation, but maybe a bit too quick. Nades super effective here. all round from Vitality. That's got to be the round. There's no way you make it in. I think they know that on the Shark side. They will take the save. Oh, it's getting so close.
It is 11-10. My God. We had, what, 3 overtimes first game of the day in that Saw 3D Max banger. And this one has all the right kind of markings of an OT as well. 11-10. Vitality hot on their tails in reaching distance. They go for a little bit of a hunt there as well, but will gift DRG his guaranteed one that he's getting every time he gets tested. I say he's normally good for 2. Let's see if that's the case. Nades might just do it. Oh, damage dealt. Molotov at his toes, but he's got a smoke, so he'll be okay. Stays alive. He'll alive with 11-10. Bit of a sigh of relief there, I guess you could say as well, for Nextars and Apex. The leadership core in this team. Go for a bit of a quicker play, a pop out towards B, and it works well. Ice in the fights very easily. flameZ and flameZ, when they're called upon, step up, get theirs, and before you know it, Sharks don't really have any foothold in this one. Lose this round here, and Scriv, Sharks will be in a bit of trouble. This could be Vitality, but they could actually, this could be the 2-for-1 special. Win this round here, you break the economy. So not only getting 11th, but you could actually get map point 2. And to steal it away the tail end of that would be heartbreaking.
Indeed, it most certainly would. And Raj coming up next is not the most confident map for this Shark squad, so... But at the same time, a thought that runs through my head, if Sharks are able to take this, Mirage, we always talk about it, it's a risky pick, and Vitality, also not loads of experience on it, you know? It may well be a map that they're trying to work into the pool, for sure, so they can have themselves that solid 6 maps to work on, but still, there's a world of possibilities with the way this map could finish. The B burst, again, looking very effective. Oh man, yeah, 2 clean entries out from flameZ. It's got to be another save from the Sharks. Vitality, though, they've found their rhythm. Just taken a couple steps off. Not quite as readable, but ultimately the same goal with the B burst in the end.
That's it. And they have to save. They have to. There is no 2 ways about it. Sharks cannot stick around. They've done damage, and, you know, relatively confirmed damage, I guess you could say as well, but... yeah, this is a really dicey spot you find yourselves in. ZywOo sticking around. Trying to see whether they can do anything. We're actually going to get caught by the AWP hit. Any more for any more? Apex got the right idea. Might just slip the net here. Tail end it around. I don't think it'll make a grand difference, but might get a chance. Sandy will. Not the second, but he'll take a 1 out of it. Hunt is good. 3 staying alive, reinvest in their problems. 2 staying alive, conversation to be had of whether you're going to give it a go. There is an argument to be made that with 2 staying alive and only 2 drops, does someone take a hit and they play a gamble, or do you play it safe and just try and I guess play for OT? It's a really weird one. I think probably knowing the region as well, a buy here wouldn't be the most outlandish thing in the world. And that's what we're going to get. The FAMAS coming through. I guess the orb staying alive is a real priority. Something for Suplex to work with. But it's the big man of DRG taking the hit on the firepower there, I guess you could say. And it's him who gets caught early. flameZ pops up his head onto a sandbags and rips off DRG's. Good start.
Vitality again, in control. They have to be one of the best teams in the world playing from a position like this. You know, they do very, very well when they are ahead. Apex. Yeah, lovely little read. Nade goes in. Tiny bit of damage onto Doc, but might also reveal his position. Spam away is not going to be able to find him. He is trapped in here. I think they're so ready for him. And indeed, he will go down as soon as he reveals himself. Oh, not looking too good, is it? Togs tries to be a hero. He will fall as well. And the save of the AWP, not quite denied. Not quite close. However, they have to back off again. Vitality, this is almost perfect Counter-Strike from them in the past few rounds. And the save is under threat. Scope heard. Shot rings off. And he will be the next to join his teammates in the grave. 12-11, Vitality are doing it.
Nothing saved, nothing gained, and Sharks now reeling. Vitality at the tail end, the final hurdle might be just taking this map away. I mean, simply put, it actually hasn't been good enough for Sharks in the second half. 9-3 is the half that Vitality had in the first, but Sharks might be limited to just 2. We thought that Vitality was a crumble. This could be worse. Do have a buy to work with, thankfully. But a triple FAMAS, the worst nightmare of many of us. That kind of gun, double M4 as well, and both of them are tags. That's not going to help either.
Decent nade here. Apex leading the charge on the entry. Oh, getting a little weird. Getting a little weird. They have managed to find some trades back. It's DRG that goes unanswered. Ultimately, he's not able to rely on a teammate to bring it back to that 2 versus 2. It's definitely doable, though. The issue is getting the read, getting the info while this nadage is rolling in. They're not really able to do too much. Togs, again, loving the aggressive move, but just not finding success with it. TRN is out. He's had a great game thus far. He's got 3 to find in order to keep Sharks alive on Vertigo. More rounds required if they wish to take the victory. Vitality, though, they feel they've got this one in the bag, and they are about 90% right, I would argue. No kit available for this guy. They know exactly where he's at. Flash over the top, more info, more aggressive stances here from Vitality. Double peak, and the finish comes in. What a recovery coming round from Vitality. So impressive. Sharks, though, will absolutely be kicking themselves. They could not take that one over the line. We've got that Mirage coming up next, a break first, and I think we all need it after that.